Joining Ashland tonight is Michael and Carla Goodman. Let's continue recognizing our seniors with football manager Malia Hamlin. With Malia tonight is Kristen Ramsey. Malia's been part of the football program for a year. Our next senior we're recognizing, Caden Wade. Caden's been a football manager for 2 years. Joining her tonight, Christopher and Eliza Wade. Our next football manager, Landon Williams. Recognized Landon for a year helping as a football manager. Escorted tonight by Stephanie and Napoleon Williams. And now we move to the broadcast crew. Our first senior, Ryan Bishop, is part of the broadcast crew for 4 years. Recognizing Ryan Bishop. Our next senior, part of the broadcast crew, is Will Jackson. Will's been part of the Mill Creek football program and the broadcast crew for 4 years. He's joined on the field tonight by Kelly and BJ Jackson. Now recognizing Jenna Kiefer. Yeah! Jen has also been part of the broadcast crew for 2 years. She's escorted by Michelle Kiefer. Now we move to our cheer squad. Our first cheerleader recognizing tonight for seniors, 4 years in the program, is Jasmine On. Jasmine's escorted on the field tonight by Dawn On and Sarah Kim. Our next senior cheerleader, Isabella Avellino. Isabella's been part of the program for 4 years. She's escorted tonight by Menorca Colazzo and Christian Avellino. Our seniors from the cheer program. Let's recognize Anna K. Brown. Anna's been part of the program for 4 years. She's escorted tonight by Brent, Heather, and Mallory Brown. Next up from the cheer squad, 4 years in the program, Olivia Carter. Olivia is escorted tonight by assistant football coach Willie Carter and Kim Asher and Lexi Carter. Continuing to recognize our seniors from the cheer program. 4 years as part of the cheer squad, Sarah Chastain. Sarah's escorted by Scott and Stacy Chastain. Continuing with our seniors from the cheer program with Katie Downs. 4 years as part of the program, Katie's escorted by Lynn Taylor and Sheldon Downs. Please join me in recognizing Madison Ferris. Madison's been part of the cheer program for 4 years. She's escorted tonight by Tiffany and Oriana Taylor. Our next senior to recognize, Caitlin Henn. 4 years as part of the cheer squad. Caitlin's escorted by Christopher and Melanie Henn. Our next senior tonight, Jessica Merrick. Jessica has been part of the program for 4 years. She's escorted tonight by Charles and Deanna Merrick. Let's continue to recognize our seniors from the cheer program with Catherine Martin. Catherine's escorted tonight by Kurt, Christy, and Kennedy Martin. Catherine's been part of the program for 4 years. Next up is Kaylin Mears, 4 years as part of the cheer program. Kaylin's escorted by Brian, Stephanie, and Holden Mears. Now let's recognize at midfield Nicole Flamadilia. Nicole's escorted by Valentine and Viorka Palmadia. Now let's recognize 4 years in the program, Brianna Ramon. Brianna's escorted by Rosendo, Belinda, and Brittany Ramon. Our next senior from the cheer program with 4 years in the program, Haley Reese. Haley's escorted by Kenny and Kathy Reese. Let's continue with our recognition for our cheer squad with Ella Sawyer. Ella's been part of the cheer squad for 4 years. She's escorted by Nancy and Mike Sawyer. Next up, we recognize Harvey the mascot, known on class rolls as Jackson Daly. Jackson's been Harvey the mascot for 2 years. He's escorted tonight by Sabra, Ryan, Kaylin, Cohen, Rylan, and Jenna Daly. Recognizing Rahum Berkeley. Rahum's not here tonight, but he's been part of the band program for 4 years. Our next senior to recognize on the field is Brandon Betzler. Brandon's been part of Mill Creek's marching band for 4 years. He's escorted tonight on the field by Tim and Christina Rooney, Mark Betzler, and Sarah Rooney. Continuing to recognize our seniors from the band program, it's Cameron Boughton. 4 years as part of Mill Creek Marching Band. He's escorted on the field by Roland and Jasmine Boughton. Next up is Daniel Connolly. Daniel's been part of the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band for 3 years. Joining him on the field tonight is Carmilla and Andre Strong, David Connolly, and Jeremiah Schubert. Continue to recognize our senior band members with Reagan Cox. 4 years as part of the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band. He's escorted tonight by Paul and Leslie Cox. Next up on the field is Gavin Cunningham. 4 years in the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band. Gavin's escorted by Lauren, Eli, and Piper Cunningham. Our next senior from the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band, Madeline Seifert. 4 years in the marching band program. Madeline is escorted by John and Chelsea Seifert. Our next senior, Abby Dahlberg. Again, 4 years in the program, on the field with Abby tonight, Doug, Denise, and Scott Dalberg. Next up, Emma Davis. 4 years as part of the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band. Joining Emma on the field, Brett, Carrie, and Abby Davis. Now, let's recognize Savannah Dobeck. Part of the program for 4 years. Joining Savannah on the field is Mike and Lori Dobeck. Courtney Dobeck, Raphael, M. Raphael, Luke Dobeck, and Blake Dobeck. Our next Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band senior, Tyler Edwards. 4 years as part of the program. Tyler's escorted tonight by Michael and Mercy Edwards. Let's continue with the recognition. At midfield is Lily Evans. 4 years in the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band. Lily is on the field tonight with Alex and Monica Duran. Walking to midfield is Nate Hammond. Nate's also been in the program for 4 years. With Nate tonight, Chris and Christine Hammond. Our next senior from the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band, Brian Howell. 4 years in the program, Brian is joined tonight on the field by Jason, Tricia, Emily, and Katie Howell. Now let's continue and recognize with 4 years as part of Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band, Kate Jones. On the field with Kate tonight, Christina and Jamie Jones. Our next senior is Taylor Jones. 4 years in the program, Taylor is escorted tonight on the field by Sam, Sharon, and Megan Jones. Let's continue with our recognition from the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band with 4 years, Alex Cahiga. Alex is joined on the field by Stephanie, Vicky, and Gabrielle Cahiga. Let's continue by recognizing Kate Kakevich. Kate's joined on the field by Kevin, Lee, and Brady Kakevich. Kate's been part of the program for 4 years. Our next senior from the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band, 4 years as part of the program, is Cooper Lee. Escorting Cooper at midfield, Nathan, Michelle, and Trinity Lee. Let's continue at midfield by recognizing Anderson Littleton. 4 years in the program, Anderson's joined by Adam, Andrea, and Aaron Littleton. Our next senior from the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band, Autumn Newton. Autumn's been part of the program for 4 years. Joining her tonight, April and Scott Parrish, and Tad Newton, Nick Newton, and Nate Newton. Let's recognize at midfield Grace Nickel. Grace has been part of the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band for 4 years. She's escorted tonight by John, Carolyn, and Ren Nickel. Let's recognize from the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band, 4 years in the program, Logan Pratt. Logan's escorted tonight by Jason, Audra, and Reagan Pratt. Our next senior at midfield, Dylan Rayberg. 4 years in the program, joining Dylan at midfield is Greg Rayberg. Now let's recognize our next senior for the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band, 4 years as part of the program, Emily Ruman. Emily's escorted in midfield by Jeff and Kelly Ruman. Our next senior, Sergio Tavares Torres. Sergio's been part of the program for 4 years. He's escorted in midfield by Caesar Tavares, Melissa Torres, Jared Tavares, and Juliet Tavares. Let's continue with our recognition from the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band with Curtis Thompson. 4 years in the program, Curtis is escorted by Damon Thompson and Amy Thompson. Our next senior from the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band Joining Thomas tonight on the field is Charles, Michelle, and Alan Johnston. Our next senior from the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band, 4 years in the program, is Brady Williams. Joining Brady tonight, Kevin, Christy, and McKenna Williams. And our last senior from the Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band, Lucas Walter. 4 years in the program, Lucas is joined by Felitas and Chris Walter. Now we'll begin to recognize seniors from the color guard. Our first senior, Angelica Aquit. Angelica is joined on the field by Eddie DeYoung, Itoro Akpan Iquit. Now let's recognize 4 years in the color guard program, Caitlin Everett. Caitlin's escorted tonight by Rodney, Melody, Jordan, and Sydney Everett. Our next senior at midfield is Sam Carey. Sam's been part of the color guard for 2 years. She's escorted by Chris and Michelle Carey. Now let's continue by recognizing Autumn Davis. Autumn's been part of the color guard program for 4 years. She's joined on the field tonight by Todd Davis. Our next senior from the color guard program, 4 years as part of the program, is Abby Dove. Abby's joined tonight on the field by Billy, Jennifer, and Owen Dove, and Elisa Holt. Let's recognize Elisa Holton. Lisa's been part of the program for 2 years. She's joined on the field with James Marcy Holt. Let's recognize our next senior from the color guard program, 4 years as part of the program, Janelle Miners. Janelle is escorted tonight on the field by John and Amy Miners. Our next senior from the color guard program, 2 years as part of the program, is Nia Moore. Nia is escorted by Will and Chaska Moore. Also recognizing Madeline Thompson. 4 years on the program, Madeline is joined tonight by Brian and Shanna Thompson. And our last senior from the color guard program, 4 years as part of the color guard, Camille Toby. Camille's escorted tonight by Charlie and Mariana Toby. Another big hand, a round of applause as we celebrate our seniors from the color guard, band, football, and cheer program. Linebacker.
The last weekend of October is upon us here at Markham Field as we welcome you for the final time to Friday Night Lights on the Mill Creek Network. Good evening, everybody. Will Jackson alongside the rest of my Mill Creek Network crew, pleased as always to be bringing you the final regular season home game for Mill Creek in what historically has been a significant rivalry, as Mill Creek will be hosting the Dacula Hawks tonight. However, this rivalry has fallen off recently as Mill Creek has won the last two meetings and overall just has had the better team the last few years. Hawks are led by a few of their budding stars in the number 10 ranked safety of the junior class, Jaden Patterson, who we'll see in action tonight, as well as star running back number 9, Cam Robinson. Not to mention, of course, the always dangerous Swiss Army knife for this Mill Creek team, the free safety, running back, and wide receiver triple threat, Caleb Downs, the Alabama commit, who we'll see in action as well. It is senior night here at Mill Creek High School. For those of you who tuned in pre-game, you saw many seniors, including myself, recognized for all the contributions they have made to Mill Creek over the last 4 years. We are getting ready at Markham Field for the final regular season game. We're glad you're with us. Kickoff and team introductions are coming up here in just a few minutes, and we'll get a break in, and we'll be right back. You're watching Friday Night Lights on the Mill Creek Network. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Friday Night Lights on the Mill Creek Network. Starters are meeting at Mill Creek's logo at midfield right now. Captains from Mill Creek, number 88, Nick Maxey, number 2, the star Caleb Downs, and number 4, Desmond White. Captains tonight for Dacula, Chuma Okoye, number 8, number 11, Jaden Bethay, number 12, Chiduze Nakuyu, and number 55, Kevin Smith. All seniors tonight for both teams. We'll let you know who wins the toss, as we are just a moment away. Mikhail Wood is also a captain tonight for Mill Creek. However, he is not dressed and will not play. For an undisclosed reason, Mikhail Wood will not play. We also can inform you that another star player for Mill Creek, Cole Mullins, is out for the season with a knee injury. We will not see him again, so a big injury to the linebacker core for Mill Creek. We'll have to see players step up like they did last week at Langston Agee, as Mill Creek tries to patchwork the middle of their defense heading into the playoffs. Mill Creek and Dacula are getting ready to take the field. We are just moments away from kickoff here at Markham Field. We're glad you're with us, like we mentioned, for the final home game for many of us on this Mill Creek Network broadcast crew. We will be doing basketball season, but for many of us, this is our last home football game. It has been our pleasure bringing you the coverage of Mill Creek football these last few years. Mill Creek's won the toss. Did he? And has deferred, and here come the Hawks. They'll take the field for the final time this regular season, dressed in the all-black uniforms. White numbers for them, as well as the regular white helmets. They're led out by the Hawks cheerleading squad. Mill Creek will kick off first with their backs to the field house. Dacula is getting ready, and here they come as they take the field. Will we see an extra motivated Dacula team tonight, as it is, of course, a rivalry matchup between two historic schools in the area? Mill Creek, of course, one of the more dominant football programs of the region, and Dacula is just one of the oldest high schools in the area in Gwinnett County. Mill Creek, of course, also has state championship aspirations this season, but they'll have to go through Buford to do it. They were defeated by Buford a few weeks back, 39-27 in what was a clash of titans. However, last week they rebounded nicely here at Markham Field, defeating Collins Hill 54-0, moving them to a 6-4 record all-time against defending state champions. We are just moments away. Jacob Ulrich set to kick off for Mill Creek. Stands at his own 40, waiting the football. Refs will break the huddle at midfield. We are just about set to go. Ulrich gets set to go, and we are ready to roll. We're glad you're with us for the final home game for the Mill Creek Hawks this season, the final presentation of Friday Night Lights here on the Mill Creek Network, and let's play some football. Ulrich's kick is in the air. It'll be a touchback, goes over the head of Amari Fromm, and that is where Dacula will come out to the 20. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the Dacula offense. Take a look at the Dacula starters on your screen now. They get set to go. They'll break the huddle. 1st and 10 from their own 20. DJ Query set to go under center. He'll take the snap. Be a give up the middle, and that's going to go nowhere. Called a loss of 1 on the play.
Devin Ankrum, quick hit. Right the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play. DJ Corey on the carry. It'll be 2nd down for the Falcons.
Second down and 11 now from the 19-yard line after the loss of 1. Second play of the game for Mill Creek. Query will take the snap. Another run up the middle, and that's going to go nowhere. Read beautifully by your Hawks defensive line. And that'll bring another loss on the play. Tackle made by, I believe that is Langston McGee, the linebacker. Luke Metz as well in there for Mill Creek. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the starters on defense for the Hawks. See Downs, Content, Greco, Patterson, and Anderson make up what is a fantastic secondary from Mill Creek. As well as the rest of the starters there for the Hawks. Before this 3rd down play, we've got whistles. Penalty goes against Dacula. It'll back him up even more for this 3rd down. Third down and 18 now. Hit as he throws, and that is nearly caught. Corey hit on the play. It was Nick Denick bringing the pressure from Mill Creek. Falcons will send on their punt team after a 3 and out. Went very far in the wrong direction. All the way back to, I believe, about the On fourth down, kick is away. It's a short one, line drive. It'll bounce at about the 35, fielded by Downs, who fumbles it, but I believe he's able to fall back on it. Indeed he is. It'll be Mill Creek football deep inside of Falcons territory, and that is where Mill Creek will take over at their own 34-yard line. Ball's going to be placed at the 35, actually. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 35. And we'll take a look at the Hawks offense. Mikhail Wood, as a side note, will not play in this game. Brendan Jenkins will have to take up some of the missing slack. It'll be a showcase game for a lot of the other guys. You can see players like Desmond White out there getting starting action. Downs will start in the Wildcat at quarterback. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the Dacula 35-yard line. Downs with 4 receivers at the top of the screen. It'll be a throw out to Robinson to the far side, and Robinson makes a nice cut up the far sideline, and he has a 1st down inside the 25-yard line to about the 20-yard line. And Hayden Clark will check in now at quarterback. Downs gets his 1 completion of the night for about 15 yards, and that is where Mill Creek will have a 1st and 10 just inside the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now Clark with 4 receivers to the near side, 1st and 10. They'll bring Robinson into the backfield with him. A.J. Freer alone to the top of your screen. 3 receivers to the near side. It's a give to Robinson. Robinson's got a gain of a few up the far sideline before he is brought down by Chua Okoye. Call it a 2nd and about 7. From the 17-yard line. 1st down is at the Dacula 10. Clark looks to throw to the near side. That is caught by Jenkins. Jenkins has a 1st down inside the 10, and he is able to prance into the end zone. Touchdown, Mill Creek. Brendan Jenkins has come on for the Hawks in the last few weeks, scoring 2 touchdowns a week ago for Mill Creek in the Collins Hill game, and adds another one to his season total tonight. And he's getting hot at the right time as Mill Creek is getting ready for their playoff run. Ulrich on to attempt the extra point. Hold by Greco. Kick is up. It is good. Hawks lead 7-0 with 9:20 to go in this 1st quarter. That was Brendan Jenkins' 5th touchdown reception of the season. Mikhail Wood leads the team with 6. Jenkins is also the 3rd leading receiver in terms of yards this season with 242 now. Mikhail Wood leads the team in that category as well with 524 yards on the season, as well as 30 catches. Out onto the field comes Ulrich once again to kick off for Mill Creek. He'll place the ball down at his own 40-yard line. Ephraim stands back deep to receive for Dacula. Kick is away. It'll be a touchback for Ulrich. And that will bring Dacula out to the 20-yard line where they'll take over with a 1st and 10. First and 10 for Dacula now. 2nd drive of the game for the Falcons after they went backwards on their 1st drive, ended up punting. It's a fake, it's a pitch to the near side, and that is read well and tackled very quickly by Trajan Greco. It was Hector Davies. Caught the flip out from Query. Unfortunately, not able to go anywhere. Called a game on 1. Bring up a 2nd and 9 from the 21-yard line. Second and 9 for Query. Let's give up the middle, and he's actually going to have first down yardage. That is his running back who gets into Mill Creek territory. Hector Davies gets the call once again, tackled by Anderson, but he's got a first down and much more inside of Hawks territory down to the 48-yard line. Gain of 31 yards on that run. And a player is down for Dacula. Right on the Mill Creek logo. It does not look good. Step aside for a moment as they tend to him. The Mill Creek Network will return with coverage of Friday Night Lights right after this. Marlon Stewart thankfully able to get up and walk off under his own power. It's always good to see whenever a guy is able to get up like that. Nothing but the best for him, and we'll play on. 1st and 10 for Dacula inside of Mill Creek territory at about the 48-yard line of the Hawks. Query, under center. Fakes the give, play action, looking to throw. He's going to go deep, and he's got a man just overthrows his intended receiver. That was Isaac Mammon.
Holding down the field on coverage.
Mammon got past Bolden.
Second down for the Falcons.
Second and 10 from Dacula now. But before that, we've got whistles. We'll see what's going on. Looks like another injury for Dacula. Just want to get him out of there before he gets injured any worse. Get him taken out. Take a look at him, and they'll bring in Jerome Newland, substitute in favor of Nosa Asodea. Second and 10. It's a run up the middle, and it's a gain, a decent gain. Down inside the 45 by Davies. Tackled by Anderson to about the 42-yard line. They'll bring up a 3rd and manageable for Dacula. Third down and 4. The 42-yard line of Mill Creek. Dacula. They'll put a man in motion in the backfield, and it's give up the middle, and that is read well by your Hawks defensive line. Josh Anglin is the first Hawk there to greet him. It's a gain of about 1. The Mill Creek 41-yard line, and that will bring up 4th and 3. We'll see what the Falcons decide to do here.
Right in the middle of the hole. No gain on the play. 4th down for the Falcons.
4th down and 3, and it looks like the Falcons are going to have to be aggressive here, down 7-0 early on in this first quarter. they'll leave Query in the offense out there. He's got 2 backs with him. He's got pressure in his face. That's Anderson, and he is blown up and dragged down by your Hawks defense. Anderson, as well as Luke Metz there for Mill Creek, and that is going to be a turnover on downs right about the 50-yard line. Call it the 46 of Mill Creek is where the ball will be spotted, and your Hawks defense forces a turnover on downs. First down here for Mill Creek. It's their second drive of the game. They'll get inside of Falcons territory on the first run. Gain of 5 on the play.
Robinson on the carry.
Robinson adds to his carry total for the season. Gets gain of 5 down to the Falcons 49.
Right in the middle by Markham. Gain of 5 brings it 55 for the Hawks.
Clark with 5 receivers. He'll step up in the pocket, looking to run to the near side, and he is going to be dragged out of bounds after a short gain. Good play there by Jaden Bethea. Holds Clark to a short gain of about 3. The ball will be marked at the 47. Called a gain of 2 for Mill Creek. Bring up a 3rd down and short. Before the 3rd down play, whistles once again. Let's see what the issue is here. Everything seems to be in order, so we'll play on. 3rd and 3. Timeout for Dacula before the 3rd down play. It'll be their first timeout of the half, and we will take a short break to thank some of Mill Creek's sponsors: Buffalo's of Hamilton Mill, Zaxby's of Hamilton Mill, and Hayes Chrysler, Dodge, and Ford. Thank you for your support of the Mill Creek Network and Mill Creek football. Third down and 3 for Mill Creek, and it's not even going to matter. Robinson has a big hole at the middle, shoots it down into the red zone, down to the 19-yard line for Mill Creek. It's a first down, and the drive will continue. Hawks are showing why they're one of the best running teams in the state, averaging well over 150 rushing yards as a team per game. That's been something we've seen all season from Cam Robinson. Clark gives to Downs to the far side. Downs making moves, gets inside the 10, makes a spin move inside the 5 and into the end zone. Caleb Downs adds a touchdown, Mill Creek. And the confetti is flying here at Markham Field as Mill Creek takes the 13-0 lead. What an insane move by Caleb Downs. Broke, it seemed like 100 tackles on that play. On his way to the end zone for what is his 13th total touchdown of the season, including 2 on defense. Oracle at the extra point, and it is Mill Creek 14-0 over the Dacula Falcons with 5:20 to go in this first quarter. And that's been something we've seen from Caleb all season long. Really his entire career, just highlight play after highlight play. Just stuff like that you only see from generational talent players such as him.
You've been hearing him play all night, but good luck tomorrow to the pride of Mill Creek marching band as they compete at the
Ulrich on to kick off for Mill Creek.
Tomorrow in Jacksonville, Alabama.
He'll get set to go. Back deep to receive is Amari Ephraim for the Falcons, and Ulrich will boot it away once again. Dacula will get their 3rd shot on offense. This one is going to be returned by Ephraim, taking it at about the 1, and he'll get it just about to where he would have had it had he just let it bounce into the end zone, to about the 18-yard line. That is where the Dacula Falcons will take over at about the 18-yard line, tackled on the play by Metz of the Hawks. Falcons will have it 1st and 10. For the first down play, we have flags for a false start against Dacula's offense.
Back to Falcons at 5 yards.
First and 15 now, this time from the 13-yard line of Dacula. 1st and 10 for Query on the offense. To motion one of his backs out to the far side. We have fake, and a throw to the near side. That is caught. Trying to get around the corner is his running back before he is thrown out of bounds by a trio of Hawks defenders. Good catch and run by Jerome Newland. And it's a hold against Dacula, make it. So that'll negate the short play. Good fake by Dacula. However, we'll only get about a yard or 2 out of it. Hawks defensive line is ready to go tonight. They are swarming the football, holding the Dacula running backs to very short gains overall. There's Josh Anglin, who made the tackle first for Mill Creek. Second down and 17. Or make that second and even longer, as we've got another false start against Dacula. Ball is currently spotted on about the 7-yard line. Approach 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Query will take the snap, give it off to his back, and his running back will make a nice move. I believe that was Hector Davies on the carry.
Davies on the carry, upended by Greco.
And indeed it was. Tackled by Trajan Greco of the Hawks secondary.
Close to the original line of scrimmage, brings up third down for the Falcons.
Davies will get it out across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. Bring up a third down. Third down and 12 here for the Falcons, with about 3.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Query will take the snap, and that is batted down and incomplete. That was Nick Maxey getting his hands up there, able to disrupt the pass. It'll bring up fourth down and very long from Mill Creek, so they'll send out their punt unit. And another drive goes and stalls out for this Falcons offense. Hawks defense is really showing their talents tonight as they are getting up in the face of Dacula, and they are making it hard to move the football. We've seen one really positive play for this Falcons offense, and other than that, it's been mostly backwards, and a lot of it's been, in all fairness, due to penalties. They've killed a lot of their own drives. We've seen why this Hawks defense is regarded as one of the best in the state, as Downs will not be allowed to return this punt. Roll out of bounds right about the 50-yard line, and that is where Mill Creek will take over once again. Hawks will have it first and 10 at exactly the 50-yard line. First and 10 for the Hawks offense. Trying to add to their 14-0 lead. They'll put Robinson in motion. They'll give it to Robinson on the far sideline. And that is a nice play by the Falcons defense. That was tackled by Jaden Bethea for a loss of 1. Bring up second and 11.
No gain on the play, brings the second down for the Hawks.
Second down and 11 from the 49. Mill Creek's own 49. Clock in motion, Robinson to the near side. He's got pressure. That is Bethea. He is able to escape the sack originally and get it away. What a miracle play by Clark. Quite impressive. He had Bethea all over him. Unable to bring him down, though. That's been a name I've said a lot tonight for this Dacula defense. Seems he might be one of the stars on this Falcons roster that really hasn't had much success this season. They've beaten Central Gwinnett a few weeks back, 21-7, excuse me, and they beat Tucker High School 25-0 back in September. Other than that, it's been all losses for them. To Jones, South Gwinnett, St. Pius Catholic Church, Mountain View. Mountain View is Mill Creek's opponent next week. They'll play at Mountain View a week from tonight in their regular season finale. And Mill Creek will be called for an intentional grounding, so while Clark may have had a miracle play getting away from that sack, it's going to cost Mill Creek anyways, as the ball will be backed all the way up to the 30-yard line. It's third down and 20 for Mill Creek from their own 30-yard line. First down. Make that 3rd and 30 for Mill Creek. First down to the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a penalty against Dacula, which will make it 3rd and 25 now. So Mill Creek gets a little bit of assistance as they try to convert this first down. Jenkins, Anderson, and Downs to the near side of your screen. Desmond White to the top. Robinson in the backfield. Clark looks to throw. He's got pressure coming from both sides. He gets it away underneath the Downs, and Downs has open field. He's got a first down, and he might be gone again. He's got blockers in front. That is Robinson, and he is gone. Touchdown, Caleb Downs on 3rd and 25. However, this might be coming back. And indeed it is. Looks to be a penalty against Mill Creek. Illegal formation called against Mill Creek, and that will negate Caleb Downs' very, very long touchdown of over 65 yards. We'll call it on that touchdown catch and run. But it's not going to count, sadly. We're back to 3rd and 30 for Mill Creek. We'll try this one more time. Clark, Robinson in the backfield with him. Make that Mitchell. It's caught by Jenkins. However, it's not going to work. Mill Creek was trying something similar, but Jenkins just not able to make anything happen. It'll be a short gain. It's about the 33-yard line. 33-yard line of Mill Creek is where Jenkins tackled that. So it'll bring up a 4th down and 27. And this should be a Mill Creek punt here, and indeed it is, as they'll send Ulrich out to punt. Ulrich's first punt of the night. Kick is up. It's a high one. A little bit of a bounce for Mill Creek, and it'll be down at about the 22 or so yard line, called the 21. Is where Mill Creek will let it bounce.
Kick rolls in at the 21-yard line. Which gives us a perfect opportunity to thank the following big board sponsors: Latin Electric, Infinity, Wealth Financial Management Group, Hot Work, Hayes Automotive Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep and Ram, Hamilton Mill Golf Club, and Hamilton Mill Family Complete Care, Dr. Glassman. Thanks for support of Mill Creek football.
1st and 10 for Dacula from the 21-yard line. Query with the in the backfield. Here's Jaden Bethea is in at quarterback. And we've got a false start against Dacula. Back them up 5 yards inside their own 20-yard line. Indeed, it is a quarterback change for Dacula. They've got their star linebacker, who we saw a few times on that last Mill Creek drive, playing quarterback, Jaden Bethea. He'll start with a man in motion, and it'll be a fumbled snap, and it is thankfully fallen back on. But a near disaster to start off for Bethea at quarterback, has nearly lost possession there as Mill Creek was just about to swarm on it. Nonetheless, it'll back Dacula up near their own 10-yard line. Ball is actually currently spotted on the 10, so make it exactly the 10-yard line is where the ball is. And it is DJ Query back in at quarterback for Dacula. He'll take the snap, he's looking to throw. He's got a man on the near side. That is Amari Efron. He's got a short gain near the 20-yard line. Gain of about 8 on the play.
Makes the tackle. Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd down for the Falcons.
We are just under a minute to go in this first quarter. Dacula has the football with a 3rd down and about 13 to go. Third and 13 for Query. He's rolling to the far side, and he is decked as he tries to throw it away. That's intended for Isaac Mumman, and it is incomplete.
Query's pass attempt from Mumman falls incomplete. Caleb Downs on the coverage.
Caleb Downs was there for Mill Creek.
He's a 4th down for the Falcons.
4th and 13 coming up with about 35 seconds to go in this first quarter. Dacula will send their punt unit back out. Caleb Downs is your punt return man tonight from Mill Creek. He stands at about the Dacula 48-yard line, ready to receive the kick. Punt is dropped, and Mill Creek is there to fall on it, and it is a turnover inside the 5-yard line of Dacula. That's where Mill Creek will take over. It'll be 1st and goal for Mill Creek to start this next drive. Ball spotted at the 4-yard line as a disastrous turn of events for Dacula sets Mill Creek up perfectly to extend their lead up to 3 scores. Kevin Mitchell was one of the guys there for Mill Creek to bring down the punter. It was another trio of Hawks. And that's one of the things we've seen from this Hawks defense throughout the season is they're very good at rallying to wherever the football is and preventing the big play. We've seen that throughout the season. As Clark with Robinson in the backfield, he's looking to throw. He's got Jenkins in the far corner, the near corner of the end zone. That falls incomplete.
Knight on the coverage. Pass for Jenkins falls incomplete. 2nd goal for the Hawks.
Judah Knight was there for Dacula defending against Brendan Jenkins. Clark's going to come out for this play. They'll send the fullback Nick Maxey in his place. Downs has it in Wildcat with Robinson near him, and Downs loses the snap. He's trying to find somebody to get rid of it to, but he'll just go down and be touchdown way outside of his own 15 at about the 21-yard line. So, back-to-back drives, we've seen both teams have a fumbled snap. At least the good news for Mill Creek as we approach the end of the first quarter is they'll have a chance to try it again when we come back for the start of the second quarter. You're watching the season finale of Friday Night Lights on the Mill Creek Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for the second quarter. Back now here on the Mill Creek Network for the start of the second quarter. Mill Creek leads 14-0 as Downs is wide open in the end zone and Clark is able to find him for the Mill Creek touchdown. First play of the second quarter goes for a touchdown for Mill Creek. That is Downs' second touchdown of the game. He had a rushing one in the first quarter. First play of the second, gets his first receiving one. And they'll send Ulrich out to attempt the extra point. Out of the hole of Greco, the kick is up, and it is good. Barely had time to welcome everybody back before we had action as Mill Creek finds the end zone to make their lead 21-0 over the Dacula Falcons. You're watching the season finale of Friday Night Lights on the Mill Creek Network, and we're welcoming you back to Markham Field. You can blame the Hawks' excellent offense for interrupting my little intro. As Mill Creek will send Jacob Ulrich back out, this time for the kickoff. I'd like to go ahead and mention, for those of you who may not be aware, Caleb Downs over the summer committed to the University of Alabama to play safety. You'll see him and many other rising stars in action next football season. Back deep to receive Amari Ephraim for the Falcons. Ball is currently placed at the 40-yard line of Mill Creek, and that's where Ulrich will boot it away. It is going to be a touchback as it'll sail into the end zone. Dacula will have it now down 21-0. They need to put something together here on this drive as they'll start with the 1st and 10 from their own 20. Query. He'll put a man in motion. Takes the snap. It'll be a run up the middle, and this is a big play. Here goes Dacula. All the way out to about the 50-yard line goes Hector Davies. And we'll call it exactly the 50-yard line, a 30-yard run on the play. And just like that, Dacula has the spark they need. First and 10 for Query and the Dacula offense. Davies in the backfield again, and he'll get the carry, and he's able to get out of the tackle once again, and he's got blockers in front of him, including his own quarterback. And he turned a gain of nothing, maybe even a loss, into a gain of 6. Inside the Mill Creek 45 to the 44. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. As Davies, as well as Bethea, over on the defensive side, for Dacula have been the 2 bright spots that I've really noticed, along with many others here at Mill Creek that are here at Markham Field. 2nd and 4. It's a fake. Actually, make that a give to Davies, and Davies has a 1st down as he is going to be brought down inside the 35 by Content and Agee. And that's 3 impressive runs in a row by this Dacula running back, Hector Davies, the sophomore. Ball spotted at the Mill Creek 33. This is the deepest penetration into Mill Creek territory Dacula's had so far tonight. So it seems like that Caleb Downs touchdown has really woken up this Dacula offense. About 10.5 minutes to go in this first half. And it'll be another give to Davies, and it's going to work again as he'll get inside the 30-yard line. And we've got a Hawks player down on the field. Ball will be spotted at the 29 of Mill Creek, and the Mill Creek training staff will come out to take a look at the injured Hawk. So we'll take a break, let the training staff take care of him. We'll be back with you in a moment after we tend to him.
Cooper Latson. If you're in the stands, if you could come to the press box, please. Cooper Latson.
Are you going to dinner with us?
Nick Denick is able to get up, and he looks to be a little bit better. He'll trot off the field. Good sign for the Mill Creek defense. Creek will bring in Caleb Etchinson to replace him. And Dacula's got it with a second down. And about 6 from the Mill Creek 29. We'll see if Davies gets the call again. He's ran it 4 times in a row from Dacula. And it indeed will be Davies who gets the tote. He'll get it for a much shorter gain this time. Mill Creek knew what was coming. They were ready for it. Call it no gain on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 6.
Was the day you're on the carry. That right at the line of scrimmage by the Hawks defensive line. No gain on the play, brings up a 3rd down for the Falcons.
Nosa Osadei was the one on that carry. They gave Davies a break. 3rd and 6. And before that 3rd and 6, offsides will be called against Mill Creek. That'll move the ball up 5 yards and make it a 3rd and 1.
Trying to move the Falcons up 5 yards.
And suddenly, this looks much more manageable for the Falcons. They had it at a 3rd and long, and we'd seen them struggle early on with passing, especially on those longer downs. 3rd and 1, the whole playbook is open for the Falcons offense. And we'll see what they choose to do here. They've got a man in motion coming to the near side. And it'll be a run, and that is a great read and a great tackle by the Hawks defense. That was Josh Anglin.
Josh Anglin, nice through to make that tackle.
He read Hector Davies like a book, and he brought him down for a loss. It'll bring up 4th down.
Loss of 4 brings up 4th down for the Falcons.
All the way back to the 27-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down, and we appear to have Dacula going for it once again. They'll leave their offense on the field. Query them know they need a few scores before halftime. Already down 21-0 to the Mill Creek Hawks. What is Mill Creek's regular season home finale? 4th down. That is going to go nowhere. Great play by Jamal Anderson as back-to-back plays go backwards.
Jamal Anderson makes the big stop.
Mullen was the one tackled in the backfield by for Dacula.
Take over on downs.
And the Hawks offense will come back on the field, still maintaining their 21-0 lead.
First down for the Hawks at the 34-yard line.
Clark gives to Robinson. Robinson will cut to the near side, and he'll get a short gain out across the 35 to about the 38-yard line. Second and 6 for the Mill Creek offense. From the 38, their own 38. Clark with 3 receivers to the far side. It'll be a give up the middle to Robinson. Robinson trying to break through some tackles, and he is not going to be able to get out of it as he is swarmed and brought down by the Falcons defensive line.
Robinson on the carry. Adderley and Okoye team up to make the tackle for the Falcons. 3rd down for the Hawks.
A host of Falcons defenders were there, ready to meet Robinson to bring up a 3rd down. Call it no gain on the play. Hawks will put Downs in motion to the far side. It'll be a fake to Robinson. Clark looking to throw. He might decide to take off with it, and he's going to go for it. He may have a 1st down. It's going to be close. He scampers out of bounds, and it's not even close. Clark will be marked out at the Mill Creek 49-yard line. However, we do have a flag on the play, and it's going to go against Mill Creek, so that will negate the 1st down run by Clark. believe somebody was calling for a hold. That'll move the ball back to the Mill Creek 27. Still third down, however much longer now. Clark looking to throw on 3rd and 17 now. He's going to go deep with it into triple coverage, and he overthrows Jamali. Make that Clark overthrew Downs. Bring up 4th down. They'll send on their punt team once again, Ulrich. Ball currently spotted on Mill Creek's own 27-yard line. Mari Ephraim will go back deep to receive for Dacula. It's a good punt by Ulrich. Fair caught at the 31-yard line. Best starting field position of the night for Dacula. See if they can make anything out of it. With 6:54 to go in the second quarter.
Wings, sandwiches, and salads are indescribably good.
It's a give to Davies, and Mill Creek is ready for it. 3 runs in a row they've now tackled for a loss.
Davies on the carry.
Believe it was Anglin once again for Mill Creek.
Anglin team up to make the tackle. Loss of 2 on the play brings up 2nd down and 12 for the Falcons.
2nd and 12 from the Falcons' own 29-yard line. From the 29 now, 2nd and 12, Jamal Anderson was there, and that is intercepted. That is Josh Anglin with the interception off the tip by Jamal Anderson, and it is a turnover for Mill Creek. And it's celebration time for the Mill Creek defense. They forced their 2nd turnover tonight. They had a turnover on downs earlier off a mishandled punt. And Mill Creek will have it 1st and 10 at the 25.
Somebody does. Yeah, who's he?
First and 10 for the Hawks on the 25-yard line. It's a throw to Jenkins on the far side, and Jenkins has a gain of about 4. Down near the 20-yard line, about the 22, call it. So call it a gain of 3 on the play. Clock will wind with 5:50 to go in this second quarter. Second and 6 from the 21. It's a give to Downs. Downs will get it inside the 20, near the 15-yard line to about the 17. And that is where Mill Creek will have it with the 3rd and short. Look at and convert and make it a 4-score game. Third down for Mill Creek. Call it 3rd and 2. Clark with Robinson. It'll be a give to Robinson, and Robinson will have the first down inside the 15-yard line. Down to the 13 he goes, and he's got another first down for the Hawks. First and 10 now for Mill Creek from the 13-yard line. Clark with another give to Robinson. Robinson will get it near the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 3 on the play. Make it the 11-yard line. Short gain of about 2. Second and 8 from the 11. Clark with Jenkins and Maxey to the far side of your screen. It'll be a give to Robinson, and Robinson is met and thrown down hard for no gain at the 11-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and 8. Downs and Anderson will check in for Mill Creek. Maxey and Denick will check out. Good to see Denick out there once again. We saw him injured in the first quarter. Good to see he's up and about. Timeout called by Dacula before this 3rd and 8 play with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. We'll step aside for a moment and let both teams talk things over. Dacula will take their second timeout of the half, and the Mill Creek Network's presentation of Friday Night Lights will return in just a moment.
Friday Mill Creek Marching Band be joining us on the field, performing at halftime. Concession stand is open for all of your refreshment needs.
Following the Dacula timeout, Mill Creek with a 3rd and 8. Ball currently sits on the Dacula 11. And we've got an offsides against Dacula. We'll make it a 3rd and short for Mill Creek. Third and short. That's a pass, and that's a touchdown. That was Cam Robinson from Hayden Clark. Touchdown. That puts Cam Robinson over double-digit touchdowns on the season with his 10th. He's the second Hawks player this season to eclipse double-digit touchdowns. Caleb Downs did it a few weeks back. He's got now 15 on the season, with 2 tonight, including 2 defensive touchdowns. And Jacob Ulrich's extra point is good, making it 28-0 Mill Creek with 2:54 to go in this first half. is Hawks 28, Falcons 0. Ulrich's extra point was good, and his kick is short. It's going to be fielded about the 6-yard line and returned by Dacula to about the 20. So whether it was a touchback or not, it didn't matter. It was returned by Jerome Newland, and he'll get to the 20-yard line, and that is where Caleb Buckman meets him to make the tackle, and that
First down, the Falcons at the 20-yard line.
with 2:20 to go in the first half. Hawks lead 28-0 over the visiting Dacula Hawks. First and 10 from the 20-yard line for said Dacula Hawks with DJ Query. To give up the middle to his running back Hector Davies, and that is going nowhere. Hawks defensive line is ready and willing to meet him.
Bryce Bothwell on the tackle.
Clock winds under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Second and 10 for Dacula. It's a throw to the far side, and that is a great wrap-up and a good penetration by Trajan Greco, giving way to Caleb Downs and Jamal Anderson, who is ready, and they are there to make the tackle and bring up a third down as Mill Creek will call a timeout with 1:34 to go in this first half. Dacula's moving backwards, and that's been a common theme we've seen from them on most of their drives this half, is a few positive plays, but then they end up ultimately going backwards. That is why it is 28-0. Third and 13 from the 17-yard line, Dacula's own 17-yard line. Great looking throw, nearly lost the ball. Thought he did lose the ball, but a shoe came flying off, but he is going to get sacked regardless. Dropped by Caleb Etchinson inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. Is that? And indeed, that's going to bring up a fourth down. Ball spotted on the 13-yard line of Dacula. They'll send their punt unit out. And Mill Creek will send Caleb Downs back deep to receive. Punt is up. It's going to be short, and it's going to be fair caught inside the Mill Creek. Excuse me, inside. It's going to be fielded inside the Dacula 40-yard line by Downs. Ball be spotted at the 38-yard line of Dacula. Mill Creek searching for more points as we approach towards halftime. They can get it to 30 points, and that would mean running clock in the second half. A reminder to stick around for the second half. Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band and the Dacula High School Marching Bands will both be putting on their performances at halftime. We'll have a scores update from around the state, as well as stats for Mill Creek. And that's the first down throw to Jenkins from Clark. Ball gets inside the 25-yard line. Make it right at the 25-yard line is where Mill Creek will have it with just over a minute to go. Call it a minute 12. First and 10, Clark looking to throw. He'll get it to Robinson. Robinson will get it inside the 15. He's got another first down for Mill Creek. And the Hawks are driving. Back-to-back first down throws from Clark, and we are in position to score once again for Mill Creek. Ball spotted at the 14. Hawks back in the red zone for the third time tonight. Clark looking to throw to the far corner of the end zone, and he's got it over the head of the Dacula defender. Second touchdown of the night for Brendan Jenkins, his 6th of the year, tying Mikhail Woods' total, and the Hawks make it a 34-0 game. Ulrich on to attempt the extra point, and it is good. Hawks lead over the Dacula Falcons 35-0 with 1:04 to go in this first half. Kick is away. It'll be fielded and fair caught at about the 18 or so yard line. Indeed, it is the 18-yard line. That's where Dacula will take over with a 1st and 10. DJ Query has a minute and 2 seconds before halftime. Newland on the carry for Dacula. It'll be a 2nd down and 7 for Dacula, just outside the Mill Creek 20, or their own 20 yard, just outside their own 20-yard line. The 21. Bring up a 2nd down and 7. 30 seconds to go in this half. It'll be a run up the middle for what appears to be a loss of 1. Back to the 20-yard line. Dacula will go. Newland on the carry again. And that appears to be about it for this first half. Dacula's content with running the clock out. And that means we will head to the half with a score of Mill Creek 35, Dacula nothing. Stay tuned for the halftime show of the two marching bands. The Pride of Mill Creek Marching Band will be performing along with the Dacula High School Marching Band. You're watching the season finale of Friday Night Lights on the Mill Creek Network. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
genuine means of experiment and truly as means to results.
Welcome back to the start of the second half here on the Mill Creek Network. It is the season finale of the Friday Night Lights on the Mill Creek Network as we welcome you back for Mill Creek Hawks versus the Dacula Falcons. Hawks lead 35-0 at the half, and we are just about ready to get underway. The Hawks will receive the football first. And we are underway. The kick is up, and it is taken in at the 25-yard line by Greco. Greco trying to return before he is brought down, and that should be a face mask as his helmet comes flying off at the end of the play. He is wrapped up by a trio of Falcons defenders. Hawks get the ball first to start the third quarter. First and 10. Mill Creek will have it at their own 28-yard line. Throgmartin is in at quarterback for Mill Creek. The sophomore backup quarterback, the 6'3", 185 Shane Throgmartin is in, as well as most of the Hawks backups. Brendan Jenkins remains the only starting wide receiver in the game, and it's a fumble to start the half, but thankfully Throgmartin's able to fall on it at the 25-yard line. Stats at the half for Mill Creek rushing wise. Cam Robinson went 8 for 45. Downs went 3 for 7 and a touchdown as well. Passing for Hayden Clark. He was 10 of 13 for 108 yards. And there's a first completion of the night for Throgmartin over to Jenkins. It was 4 passing touchdowns on the night for Hayden Clark. Jenkins was the leading receiver in the half, going 5 catches for 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. Robinson went 4 for 36 and a touchdown, and Downs had 1 catch, a very beautiful 21-yard catch. That went for a touchdown. On third down from the 35-yard line, it's a run play for the Mill Creek offense. Robinson gets the carry near the first down, and it indeed is a first down at the 38-yard line, and it'll be a first down for Mill Creek. Yardage-wise, Mill Creek ran 25 offensive plays, had 162 total yards. 29 plays for Dacula for a total of 82 yards. To give to Kevin Mitchell up the middle, and he is going to be close to first down yardage out across the 45-yard line to the 47. Penalties-wise, Mill Creek had 4 penalties for 40 yards. Dacula went 6 for 31. That's your halftime stats update. All stats, of course, provided by futureallstars.org. You can visit futureallstars.org and search for Mill Creek if you want to stay up to date on any more away games this season and any playoff games for Mill Creek. Playoffs start here in just a few weeks, and there's a pass wide open over the middle by Throgmartin to Kevin Mitchell inside the Dacula 35-yard line down to the 31. Hawks convert on third down once again, and they'll get deep into Dacula territory near the 30-yard line. It's a run up the middle for Mitchell. He'll get inside the 30, near the 25, to the 27. to give up the middle once again for Mill Creek, inside the 25 now.
Gauthier makes the tackle.
Greco come out, Continental sub in. Desmond White as well. They'll send Nick Maxey in his place. Kevin Mitchell's still the one getting most of the carries at running back. Carry up the middle for Mitchell. He's got a first down and much more inside the 10-yard line. He goes near the 5, and that's Kevin Mitchell with good, strong running. With 6 minutes and about 30 seconds to go in this third quarter, we are on running clock. Some halftime scores from around the county. Brookwood leads over Parkview High School by a score of 20-19. That game is at the half right now. Newton leads over South Gwinnett 10-7. That score is also at the half. And North Gwinnett, hosting Discovery High School, leads over the visiting Discovery High School by a score of 35-0. Grayson leads over Archer 27-0. That game is at the half as well. Buford leads over Mountain View 42-7. Mill Creek makes the trip to Mountain View next week to close out the regular season. And there's a pass from Throg Martin that is caught by A.J. Freer near the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up fourth down. And with that, Jacob Ulrich will come on to attempt a field goal.
Not quite enough for a first down, brings up fourth down to the Hawks.
Throg Martin will hold for Mill Creek. It'll bring up fourth and about 3 from the 24-yard line is where the kick will be attempted. Be a 41-yard attempt. Kick is up. And it is good. Mill Creek will extend their lead up to 38 with 5:13 to go in this third quarter. It's Mill Creek 38, Dacula 0. We'll keep going with those halftime scores. Meadow Creek leads Duluth 35-7. That score is at the half. Halfway through the first quarter, Central Gwinnett leads over Collins Hill 7-0. Norcross and Peachtree Ridge are tied at 0. That is in the first quarter as well. And that will do it for your halftime scores update. Again, those are scores happening all around the county. Ulrich to kick off. It's a short kick. It'll be fielded by Dacula at about the 35 and returned. Bouncing forward before just falling down is the Dacula return man. That was Taven Adderley with the return. First and 10 for Dacula from the 39-yard line. They'll put a man in motion to the far side, and it's a run up the middle. And with some good hard running is the Dacula running back. That was Nosa Asodie. Second down and 6 after the short gain with 3:50 to go in the third quarter for Dacula. Ball spotted on the 42. It's a throw over the middle by Query, and then it's incomplete.
First pass attempt from Muhammad falls incomplete.
Intended for Maman on the play, and it'll bring up third down and about 7. For the third down play, we've got a flag flying. Offsides called against Mill Creek.
Offside on Mill Creek.
Third and short now, and he's going to get sacked. Langston McGee was there, along with Tavares Jones.
Tavares Jones. Sack.
It's a sack for Mill Creek, and we've got somebody down for Mill Creek. Looks like Caleb Buckman is the injured Hawk, and it's not a good sign. We'll take a moment, let the Mill Creek medical staff tend to Caleb Buckman, the 6'3", 185-pound senior defensive back, and we'll be right back. Buckman able to get up and jog off under his own power. Good to see for him. Looks to be all right. Dacula retake the field with 2:40 to go in this third quarter. First down now for Dacula. He's going deep. He's got a man, and just through the fingers of his receiver, that was Marlon Stewart, the intended Dacula receiver.
Just out of the reach of Stewart. Second down for the Falcons.
Bring up 2nd and 10. We've seen that a couple times tonight. Dacula receivers getting open, just unable to find his man was Query. Thankfully for Mill Creek. Second down, just inside of Mill Creek territory is the Dacula Falcons. And down goes Query. That is the 4th sack of the night for the Mill Creek defense.
Borderlander on the tackle.
Borderlander there for Mill Creek.
Loss 4 on the play brings up third and long for the Falcons.
Sophomore defensive back. It'll knock them out of Mill Creek territory, back to the 49. And flags fly before this third down play. Make that a timeout actually, before this third down play. It'll be Dacula's first of the half. With 53.8 seconds to go, Dacula will call their first timeout, and we'll take a break. Mill Creek Network's season finale of Friday Night Lights will return in just a moment.
Our platters are the perfect way to bring some flavor to your family get-together, office party, or tailgating party. Zaxby's brings family flavor.
After Dacula takes their first time out of the half, it's 3rd down and 13 from their own 49-yard line. They'll put Newland in motion. They'll look to throw over the middle, and that is nearly intercepted. It actually is intercepted. In and out of the hands of one Hawk and into the hands of the other. And returning the other way, that is K'Mon Bolden. Brings it all the way back to the 45-yard line.
Brings it all the way back inside the 45-yard line.
Josh Anglin had one in the first half. K'Mon Bolden gets one in the 3rd quarter as we are winding towards the 4th very quickly. 1st and 10 from the Hawks on the 45 of Dacula. And that seems to be another common trend from this game, as Mill Creek has constantly been starting inside of Dacula territory, and that's going to be the case when we get back to start the 4th quarter. That's going to do it for this 3rd quarter in Mill Creek. The only scoring was a Mill Creek field goal. It's 38-0. Mill Creek over the Dacula Hawks, or the Dacula Falcons. Mill Creek Hawks lead over the Dacula Falcons, 38-0. Mill Creek Network season finale. We'll be right back for the 4th quarter. Back to the 4th quarter, this finale here of the season finale of Friday Night Lights on the Mill Creek Network. Mill Creek's got it 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. We are in running clock, and Mill Creek is ready to go. They'll give it to the running back on 1st down, get it to the 41-yard line. That was Daniel Smith with the carry. Mill Creek's reaching deep down in the depth chart now. First time we've called Smith's name all night, and he'll get the carry again. Another short gain near the 38-yard line.
Daniel Smith on the carry.
1st down line is the 35-yard line of Dacula. Mill Creek's got it at the 38. 3rd down and 3 coming up for Throgmorton in the Hawks offense. Throgmorton with Smith in the backfield. We give to Smith, and Smith should have the 1st down, driving inside the 35-yard line.
Good push up front by the offensive line. The 1st down for the Hawks.
winds towards 10.5 minutes to play in the game. Malachi Miller check in at running back for Mill Creek. Stands alone behind Throgmorton from the 34 now. 1st and 10. It'll be a give to Miller, cuts to the far side, makes a move, and he'll get near the 25-yard line or so.
Malachi Miller on the carry. Take the handoff from Throgmorton.
Caught it about the 27 is where Miller got to. We'll bring up a 2nd and short.
8 yards on the carry brings up 2nd and 2 for the Hawks.
Second down from the 27-yard line. Throgmorton. And that time it's going to go nowhere. Good read by the Falcons defense.
Quick tackle by Barnwell.
Miller goes backwards to the 29-yard line.
Down for the Hawks.
They'll bring up a 3rd and 5 as we approach 9 minutes to go in the game. Throgmorton looking to throw now. And he's got his man near the far hash at about the 20-yard line.
Throgmorton's pass completes to Solomon Miller.
Solomon Miller with the reception. His first catch of the night.
On the play, that's 1st down for the Hawks.
Ball spotted at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for Mill Creek. Throgmorton fakes the give, looking to the back corner of the end zone. Is he able to get the feet in? Yes, it's a touchdown for Mill Creek. Caught by A.J. Freer, his first touchdown of the game. And Mill Creek adds to their lead. Puzas on. Throgmorton to hold for Puzas. Hawks will let Jacob Ulrich have the rest of the night off. Puzas' kick is up, and it is good. It's Hawks 45, Dacula 0 with 8:05 to go in the 4th quarter. And 8:05 to go here at Markham Field in the regular season. Hawks will have at least one home playoff game.
We'll get the Hawks are back in action next Friday night as they wrap up both region play and the regular season at Mountain View. Friday night kickoff, 7:30. We'll meet Hawk Nation there as we wrap up the regular season. Mountain View next Friday night.
Puzas to kick off for Mill Creek. It's a good kick for Puzas. It'll down inside the 10, and he cannot get the clean handle on it. And the Hawks are able to converge on him inside the 10-yard line. He is thrown down by a host of Hawks. They'll mark him down at the 8-yard line. And it's another slough.
Marco Lawler Jr. down to make the tackle on the kickoff.
Lawler Jr. making the tackle from Mill Creek on the kickoff. With 7:08 to go, Dacula will have it again. Query. Give to his running back. He'll get out to about the 15-yard line. It was Jerome Newland on the carry.
On the tackle.
Second and 3 from the 15. Another run play. It's Hector Davies on the carry. Brought down by Jensen Fawn.
Jensen Fawn on the tackle. Falcons back up to the original line of scrimmage. First down for the Falcons.
First down for the Falcons at the 19-yard line. First and 10. It's a run up the middle for Davies. Davies gets it near the 30. A gain of 10 and a first down.
It's 11, that's the first down for the Falcons.
Clock continues to wind towards 5 minutes to go in the game. We are on running clock now. Davies again, and he is thrown backwards after a short gain, and flags fly at the end of the play.
Davies on the carry, Buckman on the tackle. Check the flags on the play.
Flag goes against Dacula. Back him up. Now spotted at the 21-yard line. First down and 18. Allen.
Odisaya on the carry. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage by Jones.
Allen gives it to Odisaya, tackled by Jones at Mill Creek, and he'll bring up second down. Short gain on the play. Up to the 23-yard line. Clock winds towards 4 minutes to go. As we are just about ready to wrap things up here at Mill Creek and Markham Field.
Moving up 5 yards. Remains second down for the Falcons.
wondering, the score of the Buford Mountain View game is 49-7. Buford leads in the third quarter. Buford looks likely to get the number 1 seed in the 7A Region 8. Mill Creek plays at Mountain View a week from tonight to close out the regular season.
Brandon Hines on the tackle. Again, a 2 brings up 3rd and 8 for the Falcons.
It's 3rd and 8 for Dacula. Another 31 now. With 2:53 to go in the game, it's a 3rd and 8 for Dacula. It's a backwards pass. And his running back is able to make some nice gains out of it. Across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. He is brought down and it'll bring up 4th down.
McCarthy makes the tackle for the Hawks. That brings up 4th down for the Falcons.
4th down for Dacula, and that'll bring out the punt team. They'll send it right back to Mill Creek. Out comes DeMarco Lawler Jr. to return the punt. He stands at his 38-yard line, waiting the kick. And as we wind towards 2 minutes to go, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody, as always, for helping us and making this broadcast possible. I'd like to thank everybody on my amazing broadcast team: Ryan Bishop, Jenna Keefe, Hudson Riles, Jackson Clary, and anybody else who's been able to help out this year with the Mill Creek Network, presenting Friday Night Lights for all of you. We've had a variety of folks assist us throughout this year and the last few years. This is my last Mill Creek Network broadcast for Friday Night Lights. We'll be doing football, fine arts, as well as soccer throughout the year, and basketball coming up in about a month. So for anybody who may like any of those activities, be sure to stay tuned and keep an eye on the Mill Creek Network, as we'll be posting updates as well as live streams for all that as well. But this is going to just about do it for me. I will be graduating at the end of this year, so this is my last broadcast doing football. So I'd like to thank everybody for helping me out, making this live stream possible. I've enjoyed being your voice for the Mill Creek Network over the last few years, including running some behind-the-scenes stuff for the first 2 years of the broadcast. But we've got just under a minute to go, so I'd like to thank Mr. Cutter for making it all possible as well. As Throgmart will take a knee, he'll do that one more time, and that will just about wrap this game up. I would like to thank everybody for watching. It means a lot that everybody has decided to tune in as I work on myself and prepare for college coming up. So thank you to everybody, and most importantly, thank you to the viewers. That's going to do it. Mill Creek is going to win 45-0 and move to 8-1 on the season. They've got a matchup with Mountain View next week, and then it's the playoffs. You can catch scores live, updated throughout the rest of the season and the playoffs at futureallstars.com to keep up with Mill Creek. futureallstars.org, or come out to the games yourself. Mill Creek looks to make a deep playoff run, but that's going to do it for us this season, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Will Jackson. It's been my pleasure over the last 4 years, and I'd like to thank everybody else who made this possible. But that's going to do it for Mill Creek football and the Mill Creek Network this season. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic evening, and go Hawks.